Good afternoon, Patriots. It is 325, 2019 at 1:02 p.m. on the East Coast, and we are celebrating No Collusion Day here on the Matrixxx Groove Hour. Although I knew, you knew, and my partner in justice, Shady Groove, knew. Hello, Shady.
Hello, hello, hello. Coming to you from an undisclosed location today, Matrixxx. Wow, what a weekend. I chose to take a little break, but man, these guys out here are winning and winning bigly.
Oh my gosh, man! I just tell you, let's let me just start it off with this real quick, and we're witnessing so much here, guys. We are witnessing so much, and this is Rosie's memos, and I want to just play this. This is an old one of our president of the United States. Ready? Let's check this out, guys.
Get even. When somebody screws you, screw them back in spades. I really mean it.
What do you think about that, Shady?
You just can't make it up.
No, you can't. And that's Rosie Memos. That was actually a tweet from August 29th, 2018, and I just had to play that because that's what our president is doing, guys. And we've had some Q posts as well. Real quick before I go into that, let me just cover this real quick. I'm going to go over. This is one of our friends, Carly Bond. She might even be in chat right now, Carly. I don't know if you're there. Say hello if you are.
But boy, James, is she pull a nerve.
Yeah, James Woods retweeted her. It says the account of Carly Bond was suspended simply for showing this Looney Tune crying all over a failed coup. And you know what? I love her laugh. Let's listen.
To do that Bill Barr stopped Mueller from doing. And that's fascinating. Because everybody would like to hear that from Robert Mueller as well as Bill Barr. But at this point, it's only Bill Barr who is speaking on Mueller's behalf. Robert Mueller is still, at this point, publicly silent, as he has been from the very beginning. Although we'll have more on that. Here's more from the letter, though. Quote,
Shady. And then you know what's cool too? Guess what? Oh. Guess who else retweeted? Devin Nunes.
Boom.
Troubling if she was suspended. Devin. So that's amazing. So I'm actually, doing at Devin Nunes for some things. So, just wanted to just kind of show you guys that as well. So we've got some Q posts that we haven't gone over yet. Shouldn't take too long because it's been very amazing. We've got Q posts from 3/22, which is Skull and Bones Day, which is when the blockade was removed. Anons know and more. Let's go. So this is a hat tip to a buddy of mine that actually made this for me. He's a Patriot through and through. I really appreciate that. That actually is on our website now. When you're new to Q, you'll see that graphic as well. So here we go. 3/22 Q 3161. And I'm going to go to Q map for that because it's kind of blurry. But basically, Q says blockade removed. And this is a Q proof because you've got the live breaking news there saying that the subpoena, that Adam Schiff says the panel is willing to subpoena Robert Mueller to obtain clearer picture of the contents. D's desperate subpoena. So this here, the countdown has begun. Q post 2681 is also beside it. And we know that this is the Think calendar one, right? So if you look at everything that happened on here, we're just scratching. This is like a to-do list, Shady. And We're kind of scratching stuff off the list as it happens because we know. So it was interesting. I had friends in on Friday, and the part where it says sanctions lifts, meet subject A. So regarding North Korea, and literally after I had him read this, the sanctions were lifted. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up, man. And this is how we get new people into the movement. And I just let them read this one post or go through it with them, and it's amazing. So it's got the negative 30, 45, 60, 90, blockade removal, Scaramucci model, RR removal, goodbye, number 2, number 1, oversight of Mueller, or removal, 1 through 4 removal, Barr install. We did that. Barr with Whitaker review RR notes regarding strong reservations to D-class due to sources and methods. Plus foreign classification class, irreparable harm, OIG review prior to executing order. That's done.
That already happened.
Barr with Whitaker, pull D-class review assignment from OIG Cite executive order from POTUS does not require special oversight. DOJ, FBI, Ray, fully capable in reviewing and commenting regarding op. This happened today. Lindsey Graham said, it wasn't Lindsey Graham saying we're going to have Ray review it? So this happened today. Then Barr will execute the order to declass plus provide members of House Committee the long requested supplemental documentation in a C setting, scope memo plus classification, as required by U.S. law. We'll look at his memo today, his letter today as well. And I think that's his bottom line. He's going to declass it, right? Whitaker will remain DOJ senior staff. That happened. Barr meeting Huber and OIG. I believe that happened as well. OIG report. So it goes declass, OIG, Mueller declass, OIG report, truth, justice. This is the order of things, guys. House D's threatened subpoena of Barr, Whitaker regarding declass, special counsel report, Huber, etc. House D's use subpoena to power, ... Acts 1, 2, and 3, spill 30. And this is the Q proof talking about the D's are desperate to subpoena.
And this is also, just mind you, this was posted February 9th, 2019.
Yes. Thank you, Shay. February 9th. Yep. And also, the meeting with North Korea happened. Denuke plan process, which was happening. Sanction lift meets. All the shills are like, oh, when he came back from North Korea, the sanctions weren't lifted. Well, they were on Friday. So
and no real mainstream news reporting about that.
None. No, you're the news now, Anons. We're the news.
They knew.
Now.
They all knew.
We knew. So now we're looking at the UK Australia narrative shift in country spy campaign versus POTUS. Hops 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, target, which means them, Five Eyes, spying on us American patriots and also politicians, I'm sure. Trump, our president. D, sky is falling, push to public, scare to control, projection. I think they're doing that now. Public awakening, happening now. Narrative damage control, placeholders active, wall discussion end, public awareness of D's, red, green, castle per original plan, dark to light. Q. I mean, so that right there, and it links to the video that says this video will get Donald Trump elected. So, wow, and more wow. Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, the order of this going back, showing us the stuff before, and now you're seeing what we're watching is we're watching them ask for it. They're literally asking for it. They're saying we want all the information open. We want to see it. Like it's some sort of some sort of mysterious thing, trying to keep the mystery, right? The veil, the illusion alive, because we want it. And so they are asking to be exposed right now.
Absolutely.
In the media, in the public square.
Absolutely. And did you see Nadler with his eyebrow falling off? That was funny. I don't know if you guys saw that, but then iPod did a really funny video about Nadler coming out with the House of Representatives. He's like, and somebody goes, "You're effing losers," in the background. Oh my God, it was so funny.
No, that was really happening. There were people walking around. They were heckling him in real time there.
Yeah, it's absolutely hilarious, man. So we did know, guys. All right, we knew. And that's the next Q post right there, going up. Sanctions lift, Anons no. So it replies to this one. It goes to real Donald Trump status, talking about the sanctions lift. It was announced today by the U.S. Treasury. Additional large-scale sanctions would be added to those already existing sanctions on North Korea. I have ordered the withdrawal of those additional sanctions. So the additional ones are God. The ones existing are there until our president, from his own mouth, says that until he's totally sure they're denuked. So, don't sweat it, guys. But the additional ones that they wanted to put on them are gone. All right, so that's really good news. This is Q Post 3163, March 22nd, 10:14 p.m. And this is we just kind of read through this one. There's a sanctions lift. See that? Yep. And we knew. And at what point is it mathematically impossible? Power is being returned to the people. The rule of law is being returned to our great land. Where we go one, we go all. Q.
This is monumental, everyone out there, and I wanted to maybe take just a moment here to talk about no one that is listening to us, no one that is seeing this, no one that has studied this, no one that has no idea of any of this. As a whole, America, none of us are alive or have witnessed what it means to be free and what it means to actually act within a republic. Our system of government has been usurped for multiple generations now. So to come back to this discussion and everybody reorienting ourselves and realize that we are bringing the rule of law back. We are going to base things in the way law is supposed to work. We are aiming for a common law system out here. And that's what it means, in my opinion, the rule of law, which was established by the Constitution, by the founders, and with specific outlines. We're seeing everyone on the left attack all of your institutions. They're attacking the voter, who can vote, who's legal to vote, what age people vote. 11, 12 states now, 160 electoral college votes in states have now declared they're going to go along with the popular vote. So I just want to stress that the popular vote is not part of your country. The popular vote does not count in the same way, and that is what separates us from all the other banana republics out there.
That's right. And since we talked about iPod, I'm just going to play this quick little part of the Nadler thing. It's hilarious.
Do
right?
it.
Here we go.
That the Attorney General release the full report. The Attorney General has decided not to go further. It's a total exoneration.
Thank you very much.
We're going to move forward with our partisan interpretation of the facts. It's a lie to shield or hide wrongdoing. Giving a very extreme view is a bit much. All we have is the letter, printed by the president personally, and.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Pointed out.
iPod, man.
Butthurt lives matter.
I'm not aware.
Mr. Chairman, I see that your 5 minutes is up.
All right, thank you very much, everybody.
iPod, man. Thank you.
That's so awesome. Great. So great.
And there's more. There's more to it. He burned some other people as well. So, go ahead and check that out when you guys get a chance. But, wow. So much winning, guys. Oh, my gosh. Boom is right, guys. Yes, cheers, Sir Patrick Mac of Mapplethorpe, right? Maplethorpe, right?
Maplethorpe.
All right, so then Q repost this. D-class is a-coming. So that's a proof that D-class is a-coming, right? Then we've got 3165. They thought it was coming last Friday. Ammunition spent. Q.
And what a great play they made to push them into the corner to spend their ammunition. And by that, Q doesn't mean literally the ammunition. He means pretending like events are unfolding. A couple of people this past weekend, I noticed, Matrixxx, were pointing to New Zealand and how they were noticing a lot of people retreating to New Zealand. So that may be where they make their last stand.
Yep. And, so I got a little thread on some of this here coming up too. Then we've got 3166, our own Lisa Mae Crowley. Let's take a listen.
Probably going to be next week at some point. We have no idea what's in there, of course, but I think what you're seeing tonight, Laura, is the unraveling of the biggest scandal in American history, the biggest political scandal in American history. I really believe what that is. I listened a little bit ago to what you were saying about the history of this, and I think people need to remember this actually likely dates back to late 2015, early 2016, and this began Nothing more, nothing less than a Clinton-Obama operation with a bunch of dirty cops at the FBI and career Justice Department officials that were all part of it. My guess is it's probably going to be next week at some point. You know, we have no idea what's in there, of course, but I think what you're seeing...
They know what's in there, man. I guarantee you.
Oh, yeah.
They know what's in there. What do you think?
Yep, they do. And, man, this is... To think about when I was younger and all of the news about surrounding Watergate, you know, and all the things that happened then, and the way... And now to look back on that and see the twisted skew, the way they were railroading people, and you know, their operations aren't working any different than they're working today. So you can really see how your president outflanked them on so many fronts, simply out of their own arrogance.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, we that was part of the plan, was to depend on their arrogance. They knew they were going to be arrogant.
That's right. It's funny, man. This is hilarious. Bill the Answer and queued up. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. No message. Okay. Also, so now we're going to cruise into the next thread, right? The next day. So this is Saturday, March 23rd, 2019. Nobody walks away from this and more. Let's go. And of course, I get us on the intheMatrixxx.com. If you haven't been there lately, get over there. This is what I chose for my Q Post thread cover. Loved it. And that song Babe is the one that showed me that. Absolutely. All right, so basically, Q goes back to... oh, wait, I forgot this one. Oh, no, this is it. Q goes back to the QAnon 76 being reported on by Fox and Friends. And
that got them all worked up.
Yeah, and look at Newsweek, right? Fox News reporter quotes tweet from QAnon-related account on air by Scott McDonald. And Anon says, cool, they're covering our movement. We are the news for sure now. And that's the link to the thing. And we'll go to that for a second. But it says, Q says, the simple fact that this made the news, multiple articles, should tell you all you need to know. Number 2, regarding attacked. Post tracking sites now censoring. ADJ visitor counts. Panic. Q. So they're adjusting visitor counts. Delina,
to their own articles.
Delina, thank you very much. And to our articles, and to our YouTube, and to our everything, and to your tweets, and to my tweets. So yeah.
And to your Facebook posts, and the way that there was a few people telling me that their Facebook groups were being upended as well, and taken off of Facebook. You guys are very, very important to the deep state, man. Wow, you're spending a lot of time trying to make you think things instead of letting you think for yourselves about things.
Yep, and Delina Youngs, thank you so much for that. And here's let's just. Oh, it's still an advertisement, man. See, this is why I can't stand it. You know,
it'll be all right.
Please
give it a second.
Yeah, but basically, the Fox News piece on President Donald Trump's free speech on college campuses executive order. This is it. Here we go.
Saying, do not for a second underestimate the significance of this executive order. Thank you, President, for reestablishing and preserving free speech rights for all students. So the president making sure that both Republicans and Democrats
look at their faces.
The right to speak freely on college campuses.
Did you see their faces? Like, it says QAnon. And there's QAnon 76. If you are not following QAnon 76, go ahead.
Your clown is showing.
Oh my gosh, right? That was so funny. So they did a whole article, and it says QAnon adherents believe Trump is quietly enacting a secret plan to undermine the deep state aligned against him, and that this plan will ultimately culminate the mass arrests of complicit politicians and celebrities. Specific dates have been given at various times for the supposed event, which some dub the Storm or Great Awakening, but it has never come to pass. First of all, we've never said any date. Nobody here has ever predicted any date, Newsweek. Also, they go on and says, some Q believers contended that the now closed Mueller investigation was a covert ruse by the White House to identify enemies of the Trump administration. Scooby D, thank you for everything. Thank you. then it goes Q followers. Look at this. Q believers, adherents, believers, followers. That's what we are. Jay-Z, thank you. Q followers recently spread false claim that Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has died, and her death has been covered up by Democrats with excuses that she just is taking time off to heal after her surgery. Former White House advisor Sebastian Gorka even shared this unfounded theory. Okay, so Q followers and Q believers and Q adherents want to see proof of life, Newsweek. Instead of just running your flap or writing your pen or whatever you want to say, why don't we actually just see her hold up a newspaper with today's date and maybe talk or something, because I don't believe she's alive anymore because you can't prove it.
I'm thinking that asking for proof of life for a Supreme Court justice is racist.
Oh, I think it's actually what we the people need. I mean, it is our Supreme Court, right?
We are getting reports that Michael Avenatti has been arrested.
No way, really?
Yep, and charged with trying to get $20 million from Nike or something.
All right, let's see if he's on here.
I just saw it come across the news feed.
Yep, there it is. Here it is. Avenatti breaking on the Matrixxx Groove Hour. Thank you very much if that came from YouTube.
Yes, it did.
Michael Avenatti arrested for alleged $20 million extortion attempt against Nike. There he is.
Didn't you just say something in a Q post about celebrities and politicians?
Yeah, we did. He's not going to be able to walk down the street again because he's been in jail.
I wonder who the storm was there, Stormy.
Stormy Daniels. So Avenatti represented porn star lawyer Stormy Daniels, right?
Creepy porn star lawyer.
Yeah, creepy porn star lawyer. So this guy is now arrested. So extortion of the athletic apparel Nike. Federal authorities said a press conference is scheduled to discuss the charges against Avenatti in Los Angeles Monday afternoon. Avenatti is due to be presented in federal court on Monday. He's 48 years old, has represented porn star Stormy Daniels in her fake lawsuit. Oh, I just added something there. I'm sorry. Lawsuit against Donald Trump and his former lawyer, Michael Cohen. So they're going back on the attack. Here he is. Avenatti actually is tweeting right now.
It's not true. It's fake news.
This criminal conduct reaches the highest levels of Nike and involves some of the biggest names in college basketball. I'm sure it does.
Isn't it interesting how whenever they get accused of something, the arrogance that they put forth, but whenever other people are accused of things, there's no presumption of innocence.
Yeah.
It all depends on which side you're really on now, doesn't it?
It does. So this complaint said last Wednesday, Avenatti and a cooperating witness spoke by phone with lawyers for Nike, during which Avenatti said, with respect to his demands for payment of millions of dollars, said, if those demands were not met, I'll go take $10 billion off your client's market cap. I'm not effing around.
Wow. We're reading this for the first time with you guys. This is amazing.
This guy's a scumbag. Wow.
Looks like we about got him wrapped up.
Yeah. So good. Avenatti. All right.
What a tangled web we weave.
So it was awesome. We got fake news acting dumb and shocked over Mueller report. You've got Acosta, Maddow, and Matthews, three of my favorite news reporters.
Clowns.
Fake news. The mainstream media seemed to suffer a collective shock Friday evening after the Office of Special Counsel Robert Mueller handed its final report of the Russia investigation to the Department of Justice. And I just want to, Debbie Fong, thank you. There is no defense. Their only defense is to play dumb, shocked and surprised, to avoid collusion claims. Nobody walks away from this. Q. They are not walking away.
No, they're not going to walk away. And it isn't because the president is going to do something. They're not going to walk away from this because you are not going to stand for it. The American people waking up is what we have in the conspiracy world have referred to as the sleeping giant. And the sleeping giant that is the awareness that they're being lied to has just woken up all the way. It was shockwaves on Friday from coast to coast with this coming out. And now you're seeing the panic center front stage. That they've been hiding it behind this, oh, we're going to get him thing. And if you notice, there's not very many deep state tweeters out there this morning?
Oh, I've got the talking points. I'm going to go over that later.
Oh, we have the talking points.
Oh yeah, handpicked.
Yeah.
Yep. In fact, because we're talking about it, let's go over those talking points really quick. I'm going to just give a shout out to Anthony Scaramucci. He got some original art from Ben Garrison. Graphics at Graphics, GRR Graphics, which is very amazing. And you know what I saw, Shady?
I saw it too.
Look at the Q above Scaramucci's the Mooch Super Shield. Look at that. I've got you covered. And
we needed him so we could identify the Scaramucci model.
Also, look who he follows.
He's been following you for a while.
Yep, Scaramucci does follow the intheMatrixx account. So let me go back to, I think it's all the way up here because I want to show you guys this because we're just kind of talking about the talking points.
And we're just trying to win, that's all.
We're winning all over the place. Here's your talking points.
You guys are never going to lose again.
Senator Jeff Merkley. Barr was handpicked because he said he was with President, couldn't charge him.
Handpicked?
Jay Inslee says Trump's handpicked AG.
Handpicked.
Mark Warner, handpicked Attorney General. Joy Reid, handpicked AG.
Handpicked.
Elizabeth Warren, from his handpicked Attorney General.
Handpicked.
Handpicked. Camilla Harris, Trump's handpicked AG. Tom Steyer, handpicked.
These are some original thinkers.
And these are their original thinking. Also, somebody here showed me that there was some more as well. Yeah, there's more. Anyways, there's more saying handpicked. Do handpicked on Twitter, and you can go ahead and check that. Let's since I'm here right now, let's just
some days the mood is in the right place, and just everybody's on the same page, man. It's nothing to really, it's nothing conspiratorial to think that all these people were communicating behind the scenes and making sure they got their tweet organized exactly correct, right?
It's Mueller time. Let's watch this.
This is awesome.
Oh no, what the fuck is he? I can't stop this. Yes, please.
Who's tired of winning?
I love winning with Anons. Greatest group alive.
Amazing. And Q just dropped too, by the way. Let's just
I heard something like that.
Hang on one second. We need this.
Genius.
I was actually listening. I was listening to that in the background. It's so good.
All right, so Q just went over the handpicked meme. He dropped that. Then the Time magazine face, and he says, Q says, people around the world are waking up to the fact, nonfiction, that the corporate D party politically controlled, 6 corporation own 90% of the media. Fake news is not unbiased journalism, but politically motivated and controlled. Statements, not facts. Think for yourself and stop being a sheep to their narrative. They will be held accountable. Nobody walks away from this. Q. Welcome to the Q News here on the Matrixxx Groove Hour.
And welcome to a world in which you matter again, America. Waking up to take your place and to stand in your strength. We have been pushed down and set aside and made as if we do not exist for enough time now. This no escape is real. It's you guys.
Who is just going over this, guys? Who is just going over this? Who? Were we just going over this, guys? Wait a
Handpicked.
second. This handpicked? Were we just handpicking? Huh.
I handpicked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at. Then here's the Time magazine cover.
And it's weird. It's weird that they would use the word handpicked, considering we're so far away from the fall season.
Right. And here it is. Look at the Time magazine. It's looking like that's Russia. Give me a break. And then
Russia.
This is the printed cover image. And then this is people around the world are waking up to the fact, nonfiction, that the corporate D-Party politically controlled 6 corporation owns 90%. Media fake news is not unbiased journalism, but politically motivated and controlled. Statements, not facts. Think for yourself and stop being a sheep to their narrative. They will be held accountable. Nobody walks away from this. Q. And this is it too. 3169 continuing on March 23rd. You are witnessing the collapse of the largest pre-planned and coordinated propaganda event in modern day history. Projection 101. I mean, this is what we're witnessing, guys. It's being
we're witnessing the interior collapse of the structure of the deep state to control your news that has been in place for 160 plus years, guys. This is what we're taking apart. This is no little feat. They are all going to be exposed as where they came from and what they did. That they took money. FBI agents and reporters exchanged money back and forth. That is proven fact. They sent stories, the BuzzFeed, the Dossier, No Name, all of those people coordinated behind the scenes, pretending like they're on opposite sides to keep you guys polarized, all the while simultaneously attacking a president that you guys came out to the polls and miraculously elected. And ever since, remember before the election, they were talking about how Mr. Trump wouldn't accept the results if he lost. And here we are 2.5 years later, and the Democrats still not accepting the results. We just need to call it out for what it is. That's what is going on. And this has got to stop. And most center of the road, middle thinking, non-polarized Americans do not aspire to either extreme of any thought form. We're in the middle and we're together, and that's who we are. And we have differences of opinions, but we have basis for agreement. And that is what has been eroded here. And that's what we're going to restore by faith in media, faith in people that you can count on to say, I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just showing you what it is that I'm looking at and telling you what it is I think. You're there to decide for yourself, not the person standing there looking at you telling you, you must think this, which is what the Mockingbirds have been doing to us as a psyop since the middle 1800s.
Yeah, SD Callie says, Q is listening. You sometimes wonder, Callie. I mean, when we were on Tori Says, remember that, Shady? We were talking about fake MAGA attacks. We were talking about numbers. We were talking about how she was trying to bring in, the math and the numbers, and Q's talk. I mean, everything Q talked about, we were just talking about. It was absolutely amazing. So I'm sure it's all coincidence, guys. All right. So moving on to 3170, Shady, we got the Independent Twitter account saying 1 million protesters join historic march for the second referendum, telling MPs give the decision back to the people. #final say. This is in regards to May and May Day and all of that. Here we go with Q post. May Day, May Day, May Day. Democracy matters. The will of the people. United, not divided. Where we go one, we go all. Q. Now, I want to also let you guys know, Gary Tate, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I also want to let you go. Do you guys know that what May Day is? It's May 1st, right? Do you know, and Shady might know this, and you can answer. I'm going to ask the question. Do you know what was May 1st, 1776? Does anybody know that? What happened on May 1st, 1776?
Let's see who knows.
And we got another Q drop too, guys. I'm just waiting to see if anybody knows. Do it.
Give them a second.
Lady, my fan, says Illuminati. Yes, it's the Illuminati Day. It's when the Illuminati, the Bavarian Illuminati, were begun. So great job, YouTube. I love my YouTubers.
See, the conspiracy analysts out there are amazing.
And you guys on Periscope here soon. Much love to you guys too. Don't want to ever forget our Periscope guys, but our YouTube guys, we love you most. Wait, I'm kidding, Periscope. I'm kidding. Love you guys. All right, so here we go on drop details. Yeah, unity. United, not divided. I'm going to go to the Q map one more time because it should be up by now. And it basically says, oh, no, it's not up, but I'm going to read it to you. Why did POTUS fire RR after reporting regarding offer to wear wire? Why did Whitaker Barr retain RR to the end? Who signed off on the Mueller summary reported by Barr yesterday? Who signed fraudulent FISA warrants? Who appointed Mueller as special counsel? Who has full control? Optics are very important. Q.
Real-time news, my friend.
Yep, and I'm waiting for it to come here on the Q map, but we read it here first. Right here, guys, on the Matrixxx Groove Hour. We got Q posting today. 1,180 people watching. Thank you so much. 319 thumbs up. Please give us a thumbs up. Please share this to your friends, family, YouTube people, Twitter people, Periscope people. If you guys are enjoying the show, we really appreciate you. Thank you. Then we've got this. We've got a meme here. 3171 Q drops. Democrats haven't been this mad at Republicans since we freed their slaves. And this meme is, very, very important. Meme misspelled, but it drives the point across. Q. Again, Democrats, since we freed their slaves. My turn. I love that too. That's Q 3170. Then, let's see. Here's another one here. This is an Anon Q proof with our Lisa Mae Crowley on qmap.pub. It says Patriots new think fake news media attacks. Anons are months ahead of the news. And this Q drop, 1972, was August 28th, 2018. It says bigger than Watergate. Biggest scandal in U.S. history. Crickets. Fake news. And Lisa Mae Crowley said unraveling the biggest political scandal in American history. Quote from our Devin Nunes. And that was on March 22nd. So Q proof. Anon's new.
Yeah, you're starting to see the comms going out. We saw Donald Trump Jr. today tweet about memes. We've heard Lindsey Graham and Trey Gowdy say things very similar to what Q is saying. Maybe not the exact wording, but the point being precisely the same. That's what's happening. We're expanding our voice. They are getting stronger. Now Mueller is out of the way. No one can throw that garbage at the feet of someone trying to discuss the other side. And they're going to be working overtime the next couple of days. And this looks to me like Q is going to, we talked about carpet bombs and we talked about Moab. I don't think that we're anywhere close to the end of this carpet bombing spree. Also, the March Madness was interrupted for the Russian story too from CBS, which is another Q proof.
Wow, that's awesome. And there's the look at the new Q post. Let's watch Zbigniew Brzezinski. If anybody knows who Zbigniew Brzezinski is, he was under Carter. He was Secretary of State and did not know how to speak English very well. But he was Secretary of State.
He was also a huge member of Tavistock Institute.
And CFR, and he was afraid of us waking up, and he's big guy. Zbigniew Brzezinski, if you don't know about him, learn him.
That's her father.
This is her father. Let's listen to her as she found out.
Familiar with the investigation, reporting that no more indictments are coming from the special forces. Familiar with the investigation, reporting that no more indictments are coming.
No more indictments?
Huh? And they also did you notice on Friday how all of the Mockingbirds were saying, oh, well, there's still these sealed indictments in the DC district. And then the report yesterday was very clear to say that there are no sealed indictments connected to this case within this report. And today, my friends, the office of Robert Mueller, you could hear crickets in there. There's no one there today. This is over, everyone. No matter what the media tries to tell you, it says right there that the Attorney General Barr and the Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein have dismissed any theory that there can be charges brought or prosecuted against your president. It is over.
Right. And, what a big hello, Holland. How are you?
And maybe just throw this out there real quick to some people who are concerned about the SDNY thing. Remember who SDNY answers to, guys. SDNY has to answer to Bob Barr.
Right. Absolutely.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So that was it. I know people couldn't hear it. It was the audio on the Twitter. I'm at full volume. It's their audio, but it was good. You can just see her going, eh? I also thought this was very good. This is basically about the blockade removal. Brilliant analysis asking was Mueller the stealth bomber? And I'm not going to go through this because it's kind of lengthy, but if the mods want to drop it in there, she will. I think Vega's got it for you in there. So if you guys want to read that, but it's very, very interesting. And it kind of goes along with what Stormy Joe Patriot was talking about when we had him on the Q Lounge Live.
Absolutely. This is almost verbatim the way this is playing out.
Absolutely. Here's another good one. Free State O. Jones put together this, this meme here. It's very, very good. If you want to check it out, it might not translate very well on the YouTube stream, so I'm going to just kind of cruise through it. Let me just cruise down because it put me at the wrong... There we go. Then we're Mayday, Mayday. We just went over that one. We went over the meme. We went over this one. My turn.
Yeah, I wanted to speak to the Mayday for just a moment.
Sure.
One thing that didn't get any news was the protests in Britain the other day. There were over a million people came out walking the streets. There was some drone footage taken, and man, it was impressive. The number of people coming out into the streets and demanding distancing from the EU. The citizens of the world collectively do not want globalism. This has been something that has been superimposed on our world as an attempt to create a one world system that would be easily controlled from one place. So just a shout out to all the great patriots out there in England who stood up for freedom this week and are calling for the end of the EU in their country.
Yep, the Bilderberg set up the EU and everything, man. So 1 million protesters joined the historic march on the second referendum, telling MPs, give decision back to the people.
Yes.
I mean, that's it. That's all you need to do.
And we need to stand up worldwide.
Here's the footage, guys. This is not on CNN, Fox, and what is it? MSNPC? I think that's what it is.
I think it's WNPC.
WNPC. Looks like they're rolling out a Q post almost there. Oh no, that's a Twitter. But very, very interesting, guys. You see this?
Look at all those people. And this was amazing. This was oh my goodness, the drone flew around and it was probably like a 2-minute video. Just unbelievable support for the voice of the people. The people are waking up.
There you go. Look at that, Shady.
It's amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is the footage I was talking about. This is just unbelievable.
Yep. So we are with you.
We are with you out there.
Yes. Yes. All right. So cruising back down. We went through the memes. My turn. This is another Q post here. Let me just go to the map because it'll be easier to see. Here we go. So 3173. It was in the last bread. That's what LB means. LB right there means last bread, or PB for past bread. It doesn't matter. All of us have been antsy for the hammer to drop, but we will remember this time. This time before we knew the next big scene. This is historic. And Q said, the calm before the storm? What happens when a blockade threat is dismantled and removed? You'll find out. Children used as shields, manufactured crimes of perjury? Fire at will, Commander. Q.
And it looks like we just got another one.
Yep. Let's go.
And this one is all caps.
Yeah, we got two new ones. All right, so our job is, here it is. The only way, 3178. So we did go over this one. We went over the bar. Okay, so here's 3178. The only way to regain the trust regarding equal justice under the law regarding White House, regarding Intel, regarding FBI, regarding DOJ, regarding Senate, regarding Congress, regarding Five Eye, regarding our government, of the majority of the American people is to provide truth, transparency, and prosecution of all those who knowingly took part in this illegal, manufactured effort, attempted coup, to take down the President of the United States. 1 in Killbox. 1 in Killbox again. Opens the door. The Great Awakening. Q.
Wow. Wow.
And then 3179. Listen and watch Sean Hannity today. Q.
So, this is going to be, reading that post right there, to me, that's a little bit, this is the game, right? You get everybody to sort of think that they're helping you play along. Oh, we're going to do this for you, Mr. President. Oh, we're going to do this for you. Oh, yeah, thank you. Oh, we didn't mean this. Oh, thank you. Yeah. That's good. And now we get to the end and we're like, okay, no, this is what you guys really did. And it's time for the American people to know what you did instead of these backroom deals, which all of us are tired of. We live in the information age. We're tired of backroom deals and not being able to understand why they say this in public and vote that in private. It is time for some accountability. That is what Anons are here to provide, is accountability to the rest of the population and give you the information that helps you decide for yourself. Not give you the information that makes you think one way or the other, but give you the information that helps you decide for yourself. And this is every Mockingbird news reporter. This is every single news organization, including Fox. This is everyone that participated in this, including the people that are on microphone today defending the president.
Yep. Yeah, we got a big mess, guys, and
it's a big mess.
Yeah.
And the big mess, we have a big mess in our system, and then we have a bigger mess in our history, and then we have a bigger mess in our control mechanisms and financial. So lots of stuff that we are right now at the beginning, you are seeing this happening. And so your voice, your power, be loud, be heard. Let's start getting organized. This is going to be amazing.
And you knew.
You knew.
The people that are like, so, we're sitting here, trying to figure out these Q posts and the brilliant Anons are, but people are sitting here too busy fighting amongst each other. They didn't know because they're too busy fighting each other. Done with the fighting. We know we're going to continue to share. We're going to continue to work hard for you guys. We're going to continue to make improvements on the intheMatrixx.com with 3 X's. We're going to continue to bring you the Q posts. We're going to continue doing shows. We're going to continue bringing you content. We're going to continue learning with you.
In real time.
In real time.
Look at, we're watching this. We're seeing this post right at the same time you see this post.
That's right. Yeah, we got SD Cali saying, mention WeThePeopleInsider.com. And they are on intheMatrixx.com as well, on the QArmy News Network. And, definitely, we've got justice.gov over there as well. IntheMatrixx.com with 3 X's is a great tool. Also, the social site QSN. And, we'll keep you guys informed. You keep us informed. We're the news. It's not just Shady and Matrixx figuring out what to talk about that day. We all are figuring out what to talk about today. And
we're all bringing you, what's really cool is we're all bringing you a personal, individual perspective on what we're witnessing, not what was told by someone else for us to read to you. That is what is so great about this. All Anons have been able, that are producing content are able to bring their line of sight, which is personal and also shareable and real. That part is what we've been missing as a collective.
That's right. And Kiwi Patriot just put the link to QSN. We've got over 3,500 people now.
And growing quickly.
Oh, and I might have some news on that. Do you guys want an app for QSN?
Boop, boop, boop.
If you guys want an app for QSN, press 17, and then we'll see how that goes. We'll just take a quick...
I've heard people asking about something like that.
Do you think they might want an app?
Yes, I think they do.
All right, so press 17 if you guys want an app. All right, I see a couple 17s. I see some yeses. Okay, all right.
There we go.
Right. So if Webmaster...
Oh, now they're hiding our 17.
They're hiding 17s now.
Oh, poor YouTube. God. With those censors. Let's see if we can break that censor.
All right. So we could get an app for our webmaster Q is working diligently on possibly getting an app. The iPhone app will be applied for. We're not sure if we're going to get it, but it will definitely probably get on the other guys, the Google Store or whatever. But we'll check it out. Okay. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. And then the chat will be fixed too soon. I know a lot of people like that chat on the front, but we're having an issue with it as far as oversubscription.
Yeah, well, we actually grew a little bit quicker than we thought we were going to grow.
Because of you guys.
Because of you guys. And so we were like, oh, what are we going to do? We're going to keep growing, or we're going to take this down for just a second and reorganize our thought forms here. It doesn't take away from what we're building something. We're building something off of it, guys. We loved it too. And that interaction is really what we're trying to hit into here with this.
Yep. So stay tuned. Okay. And that's awesome, guys. Thank you for that feedback. I'm going to let,
I think people might have 17 twice.
Yeah. I don't know. We need a recount.
I think it's stenographer over here trying to count.
I think it's some Russia collusion with you guys.
Oh, damn it. Not the Russian collusion again.
No collusion. Happy No Collusion Day, everybody.
With no American, Matrixxx, there was not one single American that colluded with a Russian.
Exactly.
And also they said that there were all these people.
They were colluding with Russia.
That's funny. But I'm just saying that it's funny that the Mueller report said that not one single American colluded with Russia. We're going to, okay.
Mm-hmm. A cult better. He said Russia delusion. I love it.
We'll see.
Russia delusion. That's perfect.
The collusion, Russian delusion.
Perfect. All right, so here we go at 3174. You may start your attack run. That's POTUS going on the offense. Then we've got this meme again. It is Democrats have been this mad at Republicans since we freed their slaves. Why are they attempting to rewrite our history? D Party Con. You can run, but you can't hide.
You can't hide.
Q. And let me just see. I might have a little bit of a Twitter. This is when George Papadopoulos said, can't wait to tell the full story beginning this Monday about what the Mueller probe was really about. They wanted why and the assets that were used to create the most robust disinfo campaign in political history. And I loved Papadopoulos here. Check him out. He trolled John O'Brien. John O'Brien says, replying or retweeting Donald Trump's tweet and saying, your bizarre tweets and recent temper tantrums reveal your panic over the likelihood the special counsel will further complicate your life, putting your political and financial future in jeopardy. Fortunately, Lady Justice does not do NDAs. Sorry. And then Papadopoulos says, John, all the assets you weaponized against me are being outed in London, Canberra, Rome, Misfud, Halper, Downer, Tawil, etc. Congress has the names, my testimony, and foreign governments are now cooperating with the Trump administration to out the rest. Good luck.
And that tweet came from Brennan on the 20th, okay? That was less than a week ago.
Right.
He's on Twitter telling people that indictments are imminent.
Yeah.
And then the report comes out and says there is no evidence at all. In fact, there were people that approached the Trump campaign that were from Russia who were turned away. So after the first thing they tried to set up with Donald Trump Jr. and we moved out of Trump Tower because he knew he was being spied on, after that, no longer did they take any of those meetings. So how many meetings do you think the deep state sit to try to set Trump up? Or how many other deep state plants like Manafort did they try to stick into his campaign during this process? A lot of people don't recognize that there were very few people in this campaign. There was like 15 people basically at the center of this campaign. It was the smallest thing ever run. It was unbelievable what Kellyanne Conway pulled off with this. The group of people that were at the core were really small. So it's not like there's 300 targets out there that you could scan for quote unquote Russian cooperation.
Yeah, and it's amazing what we're witnessing, guys. Absolutely amazing. Oh, I wanted to tell. Kiwi, thank you, my friend. And we've got Gary Tate. Thank you so much. I also forgot to tell you guys that we could actually have live Q posts on intheMatrixx with 3x's.com. So stay
Just
tuned
another
for that.
little something that we've been attempting to get put together for you guys.
And it can notify you with RSS. So stay tuned.
Rah-roh.
Rah, rah, rah. Do we got
Sounds like more winning.
And we've got another Q drop. Here we go. Let's go see what we got. I'm going to refresh the qmap.pub.
You keeping us on our toes this morning.
I can find it. I can get it. Hang on. Because I can get it before QMap. And oh, by the way, this is a tweet from John Nassif. And it says, listen very carefully. Digest the full gravity of what the President of the United States says in this clip. I just have to go over there real quick and just put Q sent me. I'm sorry, guys. Hang on 1 second.
No, they're fine. Just take your time.
Q sent me.
Let them see it. Let them see
Q
it.
sent us.
Q sent the Matrixxx Groove Hour and YouTubers.
Right, the Matrixxx Groove Hour. No, I'm just
all in unison saying with one voice.
That's it. Q sent us. There we go. All right, so let me just refresh this because we're going to have to listen to this because we have to listen to it very carefully. All right, so before it does, I'm going to wait for it to come up, okay? But we're going to go back to the Q map because I think this is actually my tweet because this is important. That Q's picture of the meme with the template depicts General Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson as they take part of Williamsport Crossing in the state of Maryland in 1863. Lee's army was marching toward the eventual Battle of Chancellorsville, where Jackson was ultimately wounded by his own men during the nighttime patrol. Jackson would die from his wounds days later. The South lost a great commander, but Jackson's tactics at Chancellorsville before his death were nothing short of brilliant. Many historians refer to it as Lee's greatest victory, and well-meaning particularly due to Jackson. Jackson took the risk by dividing his men from the Confederate army in whole to outmarch and outflank a Union army's right flank. When Jackson made contact, Union soldiers were caught completely off guard and began to flee in panic. Jackson and his men overran them, resulting in a massive rout of Hooker's forces. Basically, the way I see it, this brilliant anon continues, Q has successfully outflanked the DS, the deep state, who is now panicked and on the run. What ultimately got Jackson killed was his desire to press on and pursue the enemy into the night. Doing so, his own ranks mistook him for the enemy. Nevertheless, Jackson was, of course, heralded and remains to this day a very symbolic embodiment of the Southern history and heritage. Jackson was not a man of fighting and hatred. In fact, he was very active in teaching the African American community of Lexington, Virginia, even teaching Bible studies to them on Sundays. So that's where this comes from.
Yeah, and the subject of the subject of the Civil War and what was really going on that started the Civil War and all of the deep state shenanigans that incited it and whose side was on where and a lot of this stuff.
You got to go in this queue. There's another queue.
It's very convoluted, guys. So this is kind of showing you a story of how the Democrats are going to continue to press on even after it's over, only to expose themselves and become vulnerable.
Got to go into this queue, brother. Hang on, here it comes. Ready?
We admire America and we're grateful to you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Mr. President, when are you going to survey your Mr. President?
Mr. President, so did this turn out to not be a witch hunt after all? You think Robert Mueller did a...
It's lasted a long time. We're glad it's over. It's 100% the way it should have been. I wish it could have gone a lot sooner, a lot quicker. There are a lot of people out there that have done some very, very evil things, very bad things, I would say treasonous things against our country. And
treasonous.
Hopefully that...
Treasonous things against our country, Shady.
Wow. From the president's...
Here he goes, he's continuing.
Really bad things happening. Those people will certainly be looked at. I've been looking at them for a long time, and I'm saying, why haven't they been looked at? They lied to Congress. Many of them, you know who they are. They've done so many evil things. I will tell you, I love this country. I love this country as much as I can love anything. My family, my country, my God. But what they did, it was a false narrative. It was a terrible thing. We can never let this happen to another president again. I can tell you that. I say it very strongly. Very few people I know could have handled it. We can never, ever let this happen to another president again. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Thank you.
Holy moly.
Goodness.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's not mincing words.
That's not mincing any words at all. And that's John Nassif. Hint to things to come. There are no coincidence. We are told fire at will, Commander. And he fired at will right there. Let me tell you, that was absolutely amazing. Thanks, John Nassif. So that's, listen very carefully. Digest the full gravity of what the President of the United States says in this clip. This is some heavy stuff, guys. He said the T word.
And he said it directed at the coup. A coup, everyone. They attempted to usurp your way of life, your government. They treated it like it was flippantly nothing. They have no respect for it. These people out there who are running for office on the other side have no respect for your institutions, and they have no respect for the Constitution, and they think that somehow it is a dated document that has no bearing in today's society. And let me tell you, a coup attempted against a duly elected president. Well, there is no founding father who have not suggested that that was a reason to take up more arms, not get rid of them.
And Q 3181 says, has the Lady of Justice with the sword and the scales of justice blindfolded, and it says, "Blind justice under the law will return to our republic. There is a reason why a sword is held." Q.
Yes, there is.
Wow. Wow. Live Q post, guys. New Q.
In real time with the winning anons on the internet.
And that is the newest Q right now that we've got so far. We've gone through them all. That video, guys. And we were talking about this earlier. How about that, guys? Yay. All right. So it's good to know when you're on target, right? So let's continue on with this, Shady. I know we're kind of going crazy because Q's going crazy.
We're bouncing around here, but we're celebrating. We are eating popcorn in the middle of the day. We have been on this road a long time. There's so many voices who have helped this. And may I take just a moment to say thank you. May I take a moment to say thank you for everyone out there who has brought their voice or their energy or their time to this movement. This is now fruitful for you. The show is right now getting ready to start, and I promise you, you're going to have people coming to you asking you questions about things that you tried to tell them, and I would like for you to accept them and to bring them back into the conversation and to let them understand what it is you understand, because now they can hear you clearer.
This is a great day.
This is a great day. This is a great day. This has been a long time coming. A lot of impatient anons out there. I recognize that, but I think you're going to enjoy your meal.
Right. So, we got Comey, we got all that stuff. We got so much going on right now. I quickly want to take us into this Parkland shooting survivor, Sydney Aiello.
This story this weekend.
Yeah, she died by suicide after allegedly struggling with survivor's guilt. R.I.P. Sydney. But I have some questions, and it's a call to group dig. There was somebody, Rocket Girl, said, "Hey, that looks like this girl. Let's go ahead and look at her." It ended up not being this girl, and we know this. But the point is, they do look very similar. But I get that it may or may not be this girl. Okay. But this picture of her, looks a lot like her. So, who knows? But her name was Alexa Mednick or something like that. Here, let's listen to what she has to say.
There was a gun, and as we were walking the whole class together, I actually was speaking to the suspect, Nicholas Cruz. And as I was speaking to him, he seemed very... I don't know what the word I want to say is, but he was trouble in middle school, so I kind of joked to him about it and said, "I'm surprised you weren't the one who did it," and he just gave me a huh. So that's really what happened.
You were walking down the hall, he had already fired at that time.
Yes, sir, with him.
Weren't you scared?
In the moment I wasn't, because there was obviously definitely another shooter involved, but...
Oh, you think he was not the only one?
No, definitely not.
Why do you say that?
Because when shots were fired, I saw him after the fact. So, and the shots were coming from the other part of the building. So there definitely had to be 2 shooters involved, I believe.
That's the first I've heard of that. Did you see any other students who were wounded?
No, sir.
Yeah, so interesting. And then this is interesting too. Right here, there's a GoFundMe page set up by Brett and Blair Israel. And Poussin is like, well, we were all together going, is that Sheriff Israel's kids? And at the time, they had $62,000 of a $20,000 goal. And yeah, it's Brett Israel. So Brett Israel is, he actually had a sexual assault charge by the so-called cowardly deputy Scott Peterson. That's why Scott Peterson was probably a patsy, because the Israels hate them. And Sheriff Scott Israel's son, Brett, pictured here in 2017, okay? He has triplet sons, okay? Triplet sons, Brett, Blair, and another one. And here he is here, accused of shoving a baseball bat against a boy's buttocks and simulating rape. There he is with his daddy. And they've got the GoFundMe page.
That he's setting up for a victim?
For a victim. So here's Brett Israel right here.
Wow.
Sharing a letter. He spoke favorably of Sheriff Israel, but he's been at odds with Mark Caputo. Brett is fragile these days, Mark Caputo says. But, you have to be on your best behavior when you're sheriff's son. So you can't put a baseball bat to a kid's buttocks and pretend to rape him, Brett. And then you set up a GoFundMe for somebody that died that your father is responsible for because it happened on his watch.
This information just needs to move, guys. We need your help. We need your help moving the information around so more people can see what is actually going on.
Sick.
It's so sick.
So there it is. However, 2 sons, Brett and Blair, right? I'm sure that's normal. This is Jordan Sather saying that it wasn't that's Alexa Mednick, but they look. This one here looks like that girl, up there. But here's my original Parkland thread. And there's now 2 in 1 week. What are the odds? They didn't give this person's name, maybe because I already called him out here. That's what I'm wondering. And I want to also read you this Q post, March 28th, almost a year ago today. Parkland is a distraction. Parkland was specifically organized and designed to distract. Test. Watch the news. Actors are acting. Fake. No power. Justice will be served to those playing the game. All guns are safe. Trust the plan. This was a test. Now, I want to go to Patriot Joe's tweet down here. For those tracking, Stormy Patriot Joe says, okay, for those tracking in the past week, 2 Parkland suicide. The principal was investigated. The father of the Sandy Hook child was suicided. The therapist for Sandy Hook, which we broke on the Matrixxx Groove Hour last week, the therapist for Sandy Hook was arrested in New Zealand. He gave up his Connecticut practice to move to New Zealand. Did he also treat the New Zealand shooter? Placeholders. One thing we forgot is that the Parkland students visited Christchurch. What are the odds, people?
But this was the weirdo guy who said that the kids came to his house and stuff, So like this guy, this is insane.
What are the odds, people? What are the odds? Now, my Parkland thread is actually still on Twitter. I've got so many different videos here showing like this girl. Let's see.
All the kids to go outside so they could start shooting up. So they started shooting from the first floor up because there's only 2 exits in the freshman building. So everybody started running to the other exits. But that's when the other shooter started coming up.
She corroborates the teacher story.
And then I thank God to this teacher who opened up her door and let all of us in. She got shot in the arm trying to open the door. Yep. And then the other teacher, he got shot in the head trying to protect the other students. And it was like an hour. Like it felt like years waiting for them. And then after all that, we finally got out, and like they started yelling at us to keep focused and pay attention ahead, the army people, because they didn't want us to see the bodies that they hid in the corner. They were putting mats over them so it wouldn't see the drills, and we all thought this was
call you right back.
We thought this was a drill, but it wasn't.
thought this was a
We
drill.
started hearing the gunshots, and it was really terrifying because my class, the class I ran into, he started shooting through the door, and he came through and he
All
started.
right, so that's that one. Then we go. This is the girl that corroborates the teacher's story. This is the Mednick video that I had in here. Here, let's watch this.
Just 1 week ago, Valentine's Day, creative writing teacher Stacy Lapel's class was playing music, writing love letters when the fire alarm went off. As students filed into the hallway, she heard gunfire. The killing had begun.
I was about 2 feet away from my door. All of a sudden I heard gunshots in the stairwell, which is about 20 feet away from my room. And then kids were screaming and then running back towards me and towards the end of the hallway. So I just went in this very strange autopilot mode where I pivoted on my feet. I unlocked my door, and then kids just started pouring in my room. I don't know how many kids were in there, but I was pulling them and getting them in and shouting at them to get in the room. And then I suddenly saw the shooter about 20 feet from me, standing at the end of the hallway, actively shooting down the hallway. Just a barrage of bullets.
What do you look like?
And I'm staring at him thinking, why is the police here? This is strange, because he's in full metal garb, helmet, face mask, bulletproof armor, shooting this rifle that I've never seen before.
Wow, so that corroborates the girl that we just saw, her story. This is a picture. This is the kid sitting there, and then all of a sudden... Police securing it. This is the Broward County Deputy Sheriff going to the local mosque saying, defend yourself.
I'm shooting you. No. I'm still shooting you. I'm shooting you and I'm killing you, and everyone is just looking at what I'm doing. That's real. You need to understand that. So if you're dealing with the threat, deal with the threat. You're able to conceal in this state. It's your Second Amendment right. So I want to go over some things with you regarding your right.
All right, so then basically he tells us to run and hide. Here we go.
So first thing you want to do, no matter how prepared you are, no matter you have the right to bear arms. If you have a firearm on you, you run.
Run.
First thing you do, you run. You don't engage. You're not looking for a gun battle. You run. You get your children, you get your family, you get everybody you can get, and you run. If there's no way out, you don't know where you're running to, and you can't run, you hide.
If you can't run, you hide, Shady. That's what they tell real, like, I should say just normal Americans or whatever. Then they go into mosques and tell them to go ahead and do this. Now here's David. This is his own video on YouTube. Oh wait, no, that's not the one. I wanted to show you his own video. This is the whole thread, guys. It's absolutely amazing. I can't believe it's still up on YouTube. Here's another guy saying that they were having drills. A teacher. This is removed because this is, I believe.
I mean, we're going over some of this stuff with you so you can.
Yeah, this is David. This is David Hogg's video, but he took it down. But I actually have it here.
It's just
disbelief and kind of like a numbness, like a blank. Like we're not sure what to believe because at first, and I think all of my peers can agree with this, unless you're in the 1200, like, we all thought it was a drill. All of us, because we were told beforehand by our teachers that we would have an active shooter drill. So until we saw the headlines, until we saw the videos,
this is the news, guys. This is real news.
Until we got the real-time updates, until our parents called us and said, "Nope, this is real." Until we heard the helicopter choppers above us, until we heard the sirens coming to our school, all of us didn't think it was real. So at that point, that's when we realized it was real. And at that point,
that's David. That's from David Hogg's video that he's already taken down. It's taken down. Then we've got this. Since I live local, I got this report.
We've been reporting about the tragedy and the horror, but also the confusion. Some students telling me they thought this was a drill, that there had been a fire alarm earlier in the day, and that they had been told a few weeks ago that there would be an active shooter drill, but never did they imagine it would turn out to be the real thing.
Them even doing this to our children is insane.
What you are watching is exclusive footage from NBC News of an active shooter drill. It's the 13th such drill the school district has staged in the past year. and the victims are students, all volunteers.
Because they told us that they were going to have like...
These are students from Parkland that they didn't show you.
We've been reporting about...
They're stopping it. I don't know why.
We've been reporting about the tragedy.
All right, so interesting. And this is what they look like.
I know why.
This is what they look like. All right, so this is the dummy with no arms and no head. This is Adam Lanza right here, right? This is the truck throwing out the red shirt that he is to wear later. These are the three men. How many children did Sheriff Israel have?
3.
They're triplets. Okay? I'm telling you that I'm
And you said Lanza, you meant Cruz.
Sheriff Israel, how many sons did he have?
No, I said you meant to say Nicholas Cruz, I think.
Yeah, that's because I'm saying that Adam Lanza is Nicholas Cruz. Now, I don't have the proof for that.
Oh, right. Now
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. But this is the three men that had a heavy duffel bag draped over with the cover, struggling with the weight to get to the tailgate.
Dragging it out of the building.
Yes, dragging it out of the building.
As they were recorded by the choppers.
Right. Opening the tailgate, dropping it in, going back up to the top, trying to scoot heavy bag into bed. Needed to help move heavy bag in the bed. Shirt, crimson in color, thrown out. Right? Cruz was wearing the red shirt.
There's going to be so much stuff come out about old news now that we have the structure in the FBI and the DOJ that we do. There is going to be an information waterfall, like Q said, guys, and this is just the beginning.
Listen to this one.
There is saddened to say that 17 people lost their lives. 12 people within the building.
12 within the building.
2 people just outside the building.
Outside the building?
1 person out on Pine Island Road, and 2 people lost their lives in the hospital. There are people that are still undergoing surgery, and
so that's not what happened, guys. There was nobody outside the building, okay, according to the official story. All right, so you're seeing all these people. This is a very well done thread. This is kind of what got me propelled, I guess, into people watching my stuff. So if you guys want to take a look at it, Vega's been dropping it in there, but I think it was needed to talk about. We needed to talk about this.
Yeah, considering the stories coming out with the victims and then victims' parents, all of a sudden events happening, suicides, and such.
That's right. So I'm actually going to retweet this thread for you guys, and you guys can catch it at intheMatrixx3x's.com. So that's it right there. So you guys can check it out again. It's a test for New Zealand. According to my theory, it's a theory of that Q post that we read. Okay? So there we go. Let's see if we got anything new from our Q.
Our favorite Anon.
Our favorite letter of the alphabet. Today, it's brought to you by the letter Q and the number 17. So yeah, I really wanted to do that. And let's just take a minute to just think and celebrate today. And, even though there's more pain coming, guys. Here comes the pain. Lori Bango.
They come from the shadows. Evil has no boundaries. A spider web. The war is real against forces of darkness. These people are sick. Now comes the pain. all what they fear. Sheep no more, the storm is here. We stand to fight, dark to light. Oh, here comes the pain. Now comes the pain. United we stand, divided we fall. Where we go one, we go one. Enjoy the show.
Oh, we're enjoying the show. Thank you very much. That is Here Comes the Pain, QArmy Anthem by Lori Bango. I just want to give you guys a quick update on Lori Bango. She's got a new song releasing today. It's called The Great Awakening. Say that 10 times fast.
The Great Awakening?
It's the Great Awakening. Yeah. So she's got a little teaser there. Lori, thank you very much for your work. I can't wait to play this song for the folks here on the Matrixxx Groove Hour. Shady, man, I tell you, I'm just going to kind of cruise back to my my Twitter page because there's been just so many habitings that it's been kind of that's cool, handpicked. I want to show you guys this meme. I made this meme back in September, and it was 2 Q posts integrated into one. Q post 2118 and 2119 combined. And it's a very powerful post. There was a time when our children stood at attention, put their hand on their heart, and united in one voice, recited the Pledge of Allegiance. There was a time when strength and honor meant something. There was a time when standing for our flag meant something. There was a time when our history, heritage, was taught with pride and respect. There was a time when respect was given to those who served, bled, and died to protect and defend our God-given freedom. There was a time when we were grateful. There was a time when these United States of America, one nation under God, was united. There was a time when these United States of America, one nation under God, was united under one flag. There was a time when we, the people, decided our future. There was a time when we, the people, had a voice. There was a time when we, the people, were united and strong. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It is time we, the people, reclaim what's rightfully ours. May God bless America and all those who defend and protect her against all enemies, foreign and domestic. We stand together as patriots. Where we go one, we go all. Home of the brave, Q+. I love that post, and I just saw that yesterday, and I had to retweet it as well. Here's that one that you were talking about. Donald Trump Jr. says, replying to Ivanka saying, "True, but memes are also quite effective." And I said, "That they are," at Donald Trump Jr. Memes, and more memes.
Yeah, I had to respond. I responded to him that we love our memes, folks.
We love our memes. We love our memes. Oh, look, 444,000 views. We're getting there. So Q, want to also make sure that you guys understand that we have a YouTube channel. You guys are subscribed to it. Please share it. We have QArmy social network on the intheMatrixxx with 3x's.com. This is right now there's 1,474 guests online. We've got 3,500 members. This is the nudie Q. This is the crumbs. This is all the cool stuff. We've got all the notable stuff, Trump accomplishment, resignation info from Resi. We've got the comms, the Q post, the Q clock, Q post soon to be on our site. We've got the QArmy social network. If you guys aren't there yet, in case Twitter or Facebook goes down, get there. We've got the QArmy news network. We've got Twitter feeds. We've got YouTube feeds. We've got Twitter threads. We've got donation links and websites. So we got We the People Insider. We got iPod donation links. QMap.pub Patreon. Obviously, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn Defense Fund as well. This is our site info. Very, very cool stuff. There's QSN Guide if you have any issues or frequently asked questions. Contact us. And we do have a store now. The store helps with the website production, and hopefully we're going to get a lot more things moving towards an app and some other things. Here are the shirts that we have for sale. There's the first edition, intheMatrixxx.com with the QArmy. We've got Q Sent Me. We've got another cool one there on the right. We've got Dig Meme Pray. We've got Kafefi cups. We've got stickers. We've got whatever you guys need and more designs to come. I know Shady's got a couple he wants to do, so stay tuned for that. Obviously, we've got a Patreon account as well, because we are trying to do the right thing and get everybody, together. And we've got a PayPal as well. So if you guys do want to donate, it is a freedom. It is not a requirement. It's a freedom. It's a freedom. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that you don't have to donate. Nothing is behind any paywall, but anything that you guys do to help us will definitely help. Here's the PayPal. My name is Jeffrey Peterson as well. That they have doxed me. I am now known to the deep state as a name and my family, so I'm a little nervous about that. So there's that. Also, if you guys don't like that and you want to do snail mail, we do have an address on our website right here. It's a P.O. box. I don't know where it went. The P.O. box. Where did it go? Darn it. I thought it was right here. Maybe we forgot to add that back in. But there is a P.O. box. I'll get it too. But we don't have intheMatrixxx yet set up, so it has to be my name, Jeffrey Peterson, if you guys do that. So thank you guys. Shady, I'm pretty much, you want to go, let me just double check. I'm so flustered. Everything's happening, guys.
Well, you did fine, Matrixxx. We'll look at that. This is in the moment. We actually got a few posts here, and we get that piece from the president was pretty overwhelming. I can't wait to go back and watch that. But I just want everyone to know that a moment of patting yourselves on the back is in order, and a moment of being able to use your logic and to be able to interpret your reality properly by the Q movement and the information that you've dealt with and the way that the information has come at you. It's been stellar all the way around. No news is bad news. Bad press is good for us. It's bringing more eyeballs to us. It's bringing more people to ask the question, who is Q? What is Q? And that is your guys' job now. This is real. This is in the public. This is in the public forum. And we it is now our jobs to help support the players on Twitter and to stand behind your president. I'm noticing a much more positive feedback in the president's Twitter feed underneath his tweets. So there's people going there can actually see some information that is not anti-Trump information now, which is very good. So a good place to go put comments and memes and links.
All right, Shady, you ready? Here we go.
I want it. I want this one bad.
Oh, everybody.
Get down.
Yeah.
Boom! Patriots winning.
Go Trump.
Keep on winning, Anon.
Yeah. I love this guy, man. I can't get enough.
Shake this system, come on, Trump, yeah. I said we can keep our shotguns, come on, Trump, yeah. Don't start cooking, we can eat out tonight now. I said don't stop now, come on, Trump, yeah. Come on, Trump, I said Trump. Donald Trump haters, all of the Hillary Clinton supporters, to all of the people that said that my Trump was going to lose.
You gotta love that one, man. Shady, good post. That's MAGA for sure right there.
That was an amazing find.
Also, it was kind of weird that Zero Hedge yesterday said, "Are we in the Matrix?" And I said, "We're trying to get out of it." So there's a funny.
Our way out of it.
Right. This is the sharp edge. I need to. Anon's new. This is in regards to Barr's letter to Special Counsel Robert Mueller confirms 19 lawyers were assisted by a team of 40 FBI agents. January 18th, Q posts of last year. Q posts, what 19 people are currently meeting in a safe room heavily guarded. Q knew. Let's take a look at that. So the special counsel's report says he employed 19 lawyers who were assisted by a team of approximately 40 FBI agents. And that's in regards to that Q post right there. And they had to leave their mobile phones before entering. So if you're not following the Sharp Edge 1, get over there and follow the Sharp Edge now. Amazing. Again, this is, look at 1.7 thousand because I posted under Donald Trump. We are now seeing 1.2 thousand because we're posting under Comey. We are the storm. And I said, answer should be coming soon. Also, let me just tell you about this Comey thing. I believe that this is Bohemian Grove. That's just my thought in theory. So take it or leave it. Bohemian Grove. What do you think, Shady?
Well, that definitely looks like the trees that are there.
Yep. If you do a side-by-side, you can find it. Here is the full text of the Attorney General letter, Barr letter right here. Let's see, we broke that yesterday, 22 hours ago, right as it happened. It was breaking at intheMatrixxx 3X's on Twitter. I try to keep you guys all up to date. Get popcorn. They said they were gonna just release it, and then we get into some Parkland things. Sean at Corticon says this: I'm a warrior of God. I wasn't 100% aware of all actual working of this dark evil we are up against. I made mistakes based on my passion of truth and protecting at General Flynn. I'd like to publicly apologize to at intheMatrixxx, at Shady Grooove, at Storm is Upon Us, and at Nemo V8. Where we go one, we go all. Thank you, Sean. You don't have to apologize. I never left you, brother. Because my war is not against Sean or anybody else that's attacking. Also, this is Washington Post, Jeff Bezos' post. 8chan looks like a terrorist recruiting site after New Zealand shooting. So here we go.
Facebook and Twitter don't look like that, but 8chan does.
Right. It was broadcast live on Facebook.
And they don't
weapons
want
were placed on Twitter 2 days before the shooting. So
right, and they don't want you to have anything to do with firearms on Facebook, but they can't identify that there's a live shooter on the air for 20 minutes. Let's stop it.
Yeah, right. Thank you to each 1,062 watching now. We love you very much. Keep going down. This is, I was attacked by a board volunteer on Q Research Board. He's also attacking Anons, and I hope the Q team calls him out. Here he is lying, saying InfoWars is on the list. Click it yourself and you will see the lie. This is right here, moderator BV. This is Punished Breadbox, and he's out and about attacking me on my own timeline. You guys think that the Q Research is not compromised? Well, it is, even by its own board volunteers, in my opinion. I would never attack him. I actually thank him for his job and what he's doing, and this is how he treats me. But he was saying that InfoWars, see that? InfoWars on the top 200 list? There's yours truly. It is not InfoWars. It's Immoral Report, not InfoWars. And they're trying to tell you that InfoWars is on the top 200 and so is Matrixxx.
Yeah, and I was calling him out on Twitter last night and telling him that he was posting fake memes and fake info, and he decided that he wasn't. So whatever, man.
There's his tweet. Remember that if InfoWars Media is on the list, there are a few Mockingbird assets there too. Never forget Alex Jones' betrayal of POTUS or his attempts to usurp and dismantle QAnon. Patriots, that's their little trigger.
Well, I mean, this is like, you're trying to suggest that account is an Alex Jones account. I mean, you didn't even click on it to see that that's not Alex Jones's account, but you're somehow, warning people against people who are trying to find a voice in media and attempting to bring truth to the people. So, just a little side note there, guys. The they're everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere. And there's the Mooch. And I'm working with the 200 accounts trying to get under the media to see, because nobody's saying anything. The media reaction is nil. And before we take us out, let's just listen to this one more time.
And that's fascinating. Because everybody would like to hear that from Robert Mueller as well as from Bill Barr. But at this point, it's only Bill Barr who is speaking on Mueller's behalf. Robert Mueller is still, at this point, publicly silent, as he has been from the very beginning. Although we'll have more on that in a moment. Here's more.
Oh, Carly, love you so much. If you guys don't know Carly, she's amazing. Here's her Twitter right here. Oh my gosh, let me just go scroll over because I got my screen. At KBQ225. If you're not following Carly, get over there and follow her. And I gotta play her song next time. Next time I'm gonna play her song, Shady. But yeah, she's been retweeted by James Woods and Devin Nunez. Get over to intheMatrixx.com, check us out. And Shady, I see the outro picture of Trinity. Last words, my brother.
Looks like Trinity has the phone, guys. This was one major weekend of winning, and I mean winning on another level. The fallout is going to be just spectacular to watch. So hold on to your hats, follow your president, recognize who the targets are. We're going after these bloodlines. We're going after the deep state. We're going after the central banking cartel, guys. Next on the list, keep that marked and keep the pan hot, because here we come. You guys are amazing. You guys are winning. Thanks for joining us out there so much. Get on over to intheMatrixx.com with 3 X's. Sign up for the QSN social media network, guys, and we were going to start moving some information around the internet together. Thanks, Matrixxx, for presenting such a great forum and a great format to all of you. Tomorrow I will be back in the studio. Now I've learned that I can do this on the run.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And glad you could join us on vacation. We both kind of took a little bit of a weekend off. Blind justice under the law will return to our republic. Thank God. Thank you. Thank Q. Thank POTUS. Thank all of you beautiful Anons, all of you beautiful Patriots out there.
Much love.
Much, much love. And with that, we are going to get out of this Matrix. At intheMatrixx, 3x's.com, at ShadyGroove, 3os.com.